Well, hi everybody. How you doing out there? Got some kind of glare in my computer tonight. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to take these four little lights out that's going across the top. Is there something that's glaring off my glasses or something? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it because I don't think people really stare at you that much when you're talking anyway. I think they just watch what's maybe hopefully listen a little bit. So anyway, I just got through listening to Marianne Williamson. She was on Next Soul Level with I can't think of his name now. I listen to him every day, but he's the sweetie, the guy that does that YouTube channel, and I've always loved the Course in Miracles, and I spent a lot of my life working with it and trying to understand it. It's not the easiest thing to understand, but it's great teachings and kind of balanced me back out. I think I'm going to listen to it again tomorrow because I didn't realize how unbalanced I've been, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one that's been feeling unbalanced. So maybe it's not a political thing. They do mention politics a couple of times on it at the end where uh, he usually doesn't have politics on his show, but since she is running for president and she is one of United States spiritual leaders, I can see why it would come up. But anyway, what a wonderful world it would be if we could get somebody in there like her to be president, and she could put in the people around her to help her teach love instead of hate. And I know a lot of people disagree with this because they think that's not the way to solve the world's problems, but I think that's the only way to solve them is to teach love and to give out love. And to hear me talk a lot of times, you wouldn't think that. I've been kind of ashamed of myself because of the way I get into these politics and call people names and stuff. And I just keep thinking you're not helping anybody by doing it that way. There should be a better or easier way to get your point across without being so ornery. But I guess that's what happens when you watch too much YouTube. I need to back off. But I do have some questions here that you guys have sent me, and I'm definitely going to just not do so much talking, and I've got the questions written out where I don't have to wait so long. I had a couple of people complaining because I took so long in between questions last time. Seems like no matter how I do this, there's making somebody unhappy. A lot of people aren't happy about the cards because they say I need to put a mat under them. Well, I've got a heavy placemat under them, or they would be making a lot more noise when I shuffle them. And two, I can do it a little quieter. I'm doing it right now, but I just don't realize it. I guess when I'm doing, it's like I go off in another world when I'm doing these. But my good friend Mark Rhodes asked me this a couple of weeks ago, and I just talked to him on the phone a few minutes ago, and he told me, oh, good, you're finally getting around to my question, or I don't even think, or he may not have even remembered that was one of the questions that he gave me. But, and I want to say hi to Henry if he's out there, and hi to Jackie if she's out there, and I know there's one lady, I don't know if she still watches me or not, I used to love talking to her all the time. I used to do readings for her, Cindy, and her husband. Can't remember his name right off the tip of my tongue, but anyway, I think they live in Chicago or somewhere back there. So I just want to say hi to everybody. I've been missing people because I haven't been getting as many readings. It's the first time that I've really slowed down since the time that Sterling gave me a shout out. That helped my everybody was wanting a reading, and for a while I was busy all the time, and now I'm not that busy. So if anybody wants a reading, just get a hold of me at lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. Put your phone number in there, and I'll get back with you, and we'll work it out and just set you up right away with an appointment. So lynntarotreadings@gmail.com if you'd like a personal reading. So the first question here is I hate to say that word, is Michael Flynn. And it says, where is he going to be in 3 years? Well, there's no way to tell what's going to be down the line spiritually in 3 years, because life is like the pathways of a river or anything else. It's what's coming into the tributaries, what's going out, and it can change at any minute, because every time somebody makes a decision, sometimes I hope I got enough water in here to take a little sip. Whatever is in the decision is every time somebody changes their decision, if they're up the line of power and it changes somebody else's, it can change anything. But overall, I think we can read where the energy's going. I think there's enough help coming across from there, and I want to ask any guides and helpers that want to come in and give us hopeful and helpful information to please come in and help. And I know my friend Rennie could be here. He's always here. I don't know how I could do these readings without him. I start doing them and it's like I feel like somebody just takes over. So Michael Flynn, where is he going to be in 3 years? And I hope I don't have to draw but 5 cards. We'll see. Well, he's not going to be an issue one way or the other. I don't think there's too much. I might draw 3 more cards. We got the death card right out of the deal, and this doesn't mean he's going to be dead, but it could mean that he wishes he was dead or something. He's going to be out in the cold. No power, out in the cold. The king's under the horse. And there's going to be a lot of people that's really going to be happy. Is he going to ride his horse over the king? Is he going to end up turning evidence on Trump himself? Who knows before it's over? Let's draw a clarifier on that. Maybe we can get something interesting on it. That might be his offer. Look at this. There's somebody making an offer. Is that him making an offer to sell Trump out and put him under that horse? Might put him in his grave. This is for entertainment only. This is for fun and entertainment only. I don't know, but it's not a good place. Somebody's going to be near death. I don't know if it's going to be him or the king under the horse. But he is going to make an offer to try to get in out of the cold. Something to do with money that was paid. God, they have so much stuff with money, they don't have to worry about by the time we're talking about in 3 years. Well, the bully's totally defeated in 3 years, so we've got that. So anyway, yeah, Michael Flynn's not going to be in a good place in 3 years. We could even put the clarifiers away and just go by this. He's going to be in the poorhouse. People are going to be happy that he no longer has any influence, and our Donald Trump's going to be under this horse. So anyway, that's what Michael Flynn's going to be doing in 3 years. And the next one, I should be marking these, and I can mark them in a hurry. I've got them set up better this time than last time. Is, will Judge Cannon be removed? And I know I read on that, but it's been a couple of months ago. And I thought she'd be out of there. I always think things are going to happen before they happen. So will Judge Cannon be removed? And I'm pounding and banging already Sorry about that, people. I don't do it on purpose. I'm going to need to put this over just a little bit closer, although I don't think so, because usually I have to turn my computer down when I'm editing this because it's so loud. It's too loud for me to even listen to myself. So maybe that's good right there where it is, and maybe it won't pick up the cards as much if I don't pull it down. So this is Judge Cannon. Totally new energy going into these cards. Judge Cannon, I can see her just like she's sitting next to me. Judge Cannon. What's going on with you, you little princess, you? Bless your little heart. And I want to remind people to do the thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. One lady called and said that every time she finds me, and she has to go look me up to find me, but when she goes into her subscriptions, I'm not on there anymore, that they keep removing me. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing enough videos. I swore I was going to start doing 2 a week. Well, I'm doing good because this is going to be 1 a week. It's better than I did last time. So we'll see. So, Judge Cannon, what's going on with you? Is she finally going to offer to get this trial going? This is her signifier, is the offer. Is somebody offering her something? Like maybe to take her out of there? Wouldn't that be nice? Or is she going to finally make some kind of ruling to get this thing started? Well, we're asking about her specifically. I know she doesn't want to put Donald Trump in jail. Is she going to do something so bad that she might end up in jail? She feels like her hands are tied. That much I can say. It's like she's had offers. Donald Trump's told her been offering her, telling her what to do. Somebody's been telling her. She feels like her hands are tied. That's why she has the brakes on everything. And this is my Chariot Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This is somebody that only thinks about himself and money, that's just right over her. That's the foundation of her reading. So I'd say that's definitely Donald Trump. This is other people even coming to her. Maybe this is Jack Smith. I don't know. But he's saying, I've got the information. You need to see this. You need to set up something. And she's just not doing nothing so far. She's just tying up her hands, and by tying up her hands and her decisions, it's blocking everything else. She's trying to make this a whole lot more work than it is. She's trying to say, yeah, but what about this, and what about this, and what about this, when it's only 3 things. There's only 3 things counts against him. And they're easy to prove, so she's trying to make it more difficult than it is. It doesn't matter what's in any of those, what the secrets are. It's the ideal that he took them and wouldn't give them back and then tried to hide them. That's what the 3 charges are. I think that little meeting they just had, I don't know if Jack Smith would have given himself away that much, but I've got a feeling he might have told her, I've got proof that some of these stuff went overseas. And I think he may be letting her know what he's got, and maybe making her an offer. Maybe that is him. They're making her an offer. Like I said, that Knight of Cups to get this thing started, or before it's over, he's going to prove that that Trump sold secrets to foreign countries. I, I think if he could prove that or something, that would be something like treason. I don't know. I don't know what else it would be called. But anyway, that looks like that's going on. That maybe she got a little schooling in that meeting. She might not have been happy about it, and he didn't show her everything, but he showed her a couple of things. Or he didn't. Maybe he showed her through the deals, but he told her. Maybe he showed her some, because they were showing the information that he was. Some of these papers, these, you know what I'm talking about. There goes my head again. I'll tell you what, I'm thinking I'm getting too old for this. But anyway, she had shown him, maybe he showed her a couple of things and said this stuff's turned up overseas and there's been money changed hands. So do you sure you want to go into this? I think he let her know something. I felt like it right after the meeting when I found out I think it was only 3 hours long, but I had a feeling that he didn't give anything away, but let her know that he had the goods and, whatever. Just kind of let her know, tried to school her a little bit. She's just trying to delay this until after the election. That's what she thinks is going to protect her, because she's afraid if she lets it go to court that Trump would be mad, and if he's mad that she's going to have a bunch of people out chasing her around. And she's not the sharpest tool in the shed either. She thinks that she's going to help Trump win his case. Look at this. By delaying it, I guess. But I don't think it's going to work for her, because here's somebody coming in that's got a lot of authority over her that's going to either shut her down, pull her back, or do something. Maybe tell her to shit or get off the pot. I don't know, but there's somebody that's not going to let her sit up on her high horse and slow this down that bad. She's kind of afraid somebody might find out how treacherous she is. Like I said, she's got away with a lot of stuff for so long and has never had to pay the piper for it. So I think maybe she just wants to I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot. She's very treacherous lady. But it's not going to work out for her. Got 3 of hearts here. I don't know if she's got a family or not. This one card for me from this Rider-Waite deck, when the 3 of Hearts comes up, it's usually personal family tragedy. So maybe it could be very personally tragic to her if she loses this case. If they kick her out of jerk her out of that judgeship, at least over Trump, they don't have to take everything away from her. But I am gonna draw a clarifier on the 3 of Swords here and see what I grabbed a smaller deck of cards. I've had it forever. They're so tiny I can hardly hold on to them. Kind of looks like the ones that Mary Ann uses from Australia, but I think hers are a little bigger than these. These are so little I can't even hardly work with them. But anyway, that's still the Rider-Waite. So let's see what over this 3 of Hearts. Who's going to end up with a broken family, broken heart? Trump. She's not going to be able to stop it. Look at that. So that answered it. So it starts out. I think this was when Jack Smith talked to her last week. She still feels like her hands are tied because Trump's got them tied. And she's trying to make out like this trial's all kinds of work, and it's not. There's only 3 counts in the whole trial. She thinks that everybody in MAGA's looking up to her because she's the winner. But here's an authority higher than her coming down over, showing her how treacherous she is, that she's not doing the law. That's her biggest fear. And this is her world falling apart because of Trump. So she's not in. She's not going to. I think that's. I don't remember what was. I don't never remember what I read on once I read on. I don't remember what I came with last time I read on her, but I think I read that they were going to end up pushing her out of there before the trial if something didn't happen, and that's kind of what that says. But it looks like something's going to happen here. So. Don't forget to get a hold of me if anybody wants to. So the next one is such great people. Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon. I think I was going to read on him last week. Did I or didn't I? Maybe I did. I think I already read on him. Well, this person wanted to know where he would be in 3 years. So we'll just draw 3 cards really quick in case I read on him last week. And so they want to know where he's going to be in 3 years, just like Michael Flynn. Looks like Michael Flynn's going to be in the toilet, be still alive in 3 years. So couldn't happen to a better guy. So let's see. I'm getting my back. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody that's out there watching if you're still with me. So let's see. Steve Bannon, where are you going to be in 3 years? With everything against him, it should just come straight out the jail cards where he's going to be in 3 years. We'll see. We got the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to have to draw more than one card. And I thought maybe I could just draw one card for the signifier. Okay. Thinks he's sitting pretty, but here comes the law. Here comes the law. Knight of Wands. Does he think he's got something to offer him? I always heard that he was an agent or a double agent or something from some of these big lawyers and stuff that talk. That they said that's why he stayed out of jail as long as he has been. But I don't know if this is them offering him something or him offering them something. But or he thinks he can offer his way out of it or talk his way out of it or something's going on here. He thinks he doesn't gonna have to pay for this either. But you know what? The influence on this, and we're talking about in 3 years, is women celebrating. The only thing that's going to make women celebrate is that asshole goes to jail. This is the women power coming through. Female intuition and love and new creations. That's not going to happen as long as he's around. This is supposed to be for 3 years. That's what I was reading on, but this is the near future card. If you're reading for anybody. So it looks like his world is definitely getting ready to change. I don't know if he has plans to leave the country or whatever, but he's thinking of going somewhere and going there fast. I don't think they probably have his passport and stuff since he's already been convicted, but that doesn't seem to mean anything. Everybody gets convicted that works for Trump don't have to go to jail. So that's another thing. People are tired of this bullshit. That's why people are pissed at Biden. Not because he's personally responsible for any of this, but he didn't hire anybody to go in there and take care of it. They just let it go for the first 2 or 3 years. Anyway, I don't even want to go there. It aggravates me. So the reason he would be leaving the energy around him leaving the country is to stay out of jail. So he knows if he's not in jail, he's going to jail. This is what he knows. He knows this already. Here's his hopes and fears card. You got the 9 of Swords. And he knows he created this himself over money. Because he wanted to be a star. He's a real star, isn't he? He's just always been all about the money. That's all that's coming out is money. So he thinks he's sitting pretty, but here comes the law. He thinks they'll make him an offer, but their women are happy. I don't think they do. I think they create a whole new life for him, which is probably be in prison. No matter what he tells them, this is him telling them a lot. This is him getting out of jail, and even when he's waiting trial, wondering if he ought to get out of the country. But if he even tries to get out of country, he's going to jail, straight to jail. And he knows that. And it's in some way he knows that he has to keep this out in the public, because there's no way he's going to be able to sneak off on this. But there's money being funneled to him from all over the world where he's at right now. So that's another thing, is that money being funneled to him. So he thinks he's a magician and he can get out of everything, because he's got out of a lot of things by being a squealer, by giving information on people all his life. So anyway, but it looks like his ass is going to be in jail. So if I had to guess, I'd say Steve Bannon's going to be in jail in 3 years. I hope it don't take 3 years. I don't think I'm going to last 3 years. I'll tell you what, I'm getting so forgetful I can't hardly, driving myself crazy. I think I've been taking too much melatonin. I've cut it down to about a third of what I was taking. I was taking 3 milligrams a night, and I've cut it back to about half of one. So, and I've been sleeping good. I just tried it 2 nights in a row, just as good. And because I'm just being too foggy the next day, and maybe I'm just too old to shut my brain down at night. Maybe I need to keep it open all night. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to give up my melatonin. Somebody's putting up podcasts. It keeps coming up on the top of my iPad. So the next one is good Lord, I don't remember writing all these people down. This was last week that I didn't get. Was Rudy Giuliani? Did I not get to Rudy Giuliani last week? I thought I got to him. In 3 years. God, I don't think he's going to be alive in 3 years. I think he's as old as I am. So Rudy Giuliani, even if things were going good, probably be a miracle if he was alive in 3 years. The way he drinks as much. It's not gin. Can't remember what they say he drinks. Might be gin. God, gin's so hard on everything. So it's amazing he's still alive. It's amazing how strong some people are. And I've abused my body a lot in my life. I'm amazed I'm still alive. But anyway, let's get off of that and go back to Rudy Giuliani. Where are you going to be in 3 years? Where are you going to be in 3 years, Rudy Giuliani? Well, this is either a spy in the camp or Archangel Michael. So what's going on with that? You're going to be in heaven? Could be. It's hard to, whatever. I don't believe in heaven or hell, either one, but are you going to be on the other side? Maybe. This is a law. Is it going to do him in, or is it just going to put him somewhere? So this is all losing all of his court cases. Proving that he's trying to steal by, saying he's bankrupt and stuff. They might find a bunch of money he's got or something somewhere. I don't know. I don't see any money cards here yet. But that's him trying to, the foundation is not being honest and trying to steal. He still dislikes the idea of hearing his name in the news, whether it's bad or good. He's kind of like Trump. He's just a media whore. So, wow. Yeah. he's not going, this is like a Democratic winning card. United States, the Democrats are going to win. He's going to be in judgment really quick. Now, he's already been judged, and he's already been found guilty of a few things. Maybe it's for that other lady that he had working for him, that he was kind of operating her like a slave. I can't believe how, like, Trump comes out in all their seventh houses, like they think that he's going to miraculously get him out of here, get him out of everything. That's what he thinks. That's not going to work, because, and this is in the near future. This is judgment. And sometimes that's also making a transition to the other side. So I was talking about if he'd still be alive much longer. This is for entertainment only. But when people look to see all the things he did, something's going to come out showing more really bad stuff. Stuff that people don't even want to see, don't even want to be reminded of, that bad. I think he's wishing he had the money to go somewhere. This is in his hopes and fears. Something that, this is also, since it's in his hopes and fears, could be him worrying about somebody finding about foreign money he took from 3 different countries. When he was off on his little spill running all over doing Trump's work on that mission that he never got paid for. That's the funniest part. But we knew that. I don't know why he didn't know he wasn't going to get paid for it. But he's definitely, I guess, I said, where's he going to be in 3 years? And I don't think he's still going to be on this planet in 3 years, but I'll go back and pull it and start with that, and then we'll go with what's kind of going on with him now. But this is what he's trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out if he's got enough money hidden. And this is money he's got put back that's hidden. And he's laying awake nights because he knows he did this to himself. He's really worried, more than he realizes he's in trouble. He thinks that Trump's going to save him, but he realizes that he's in trouble. And if something don't change, he could very well end up in jail. Trouble in jail. So let's go back. Where is he going to be in 3 years? He's going to be in jail, making license plates in 3 years. If he's not did a transition, because here comes the law again after him. Something to do with stealing something. I don't know if it's secrets money or trying to pay people, maybe receiving money from overseas. Something going on here. This is America winning over him. This is the Democrats winning over him, and this is judgment coming down. Now, this is in the near future. I can't see him getting judged by the law in the near future, so everybody keeps talking about Trump crossing and Putin crossing and all those guys. I think Giuliani's going to be the first to cross. But right now he thinks Trump's going to get him out of this. But nothing to really get him out of this by the time the law takes a deep look at what's going on. And I think they're going to find out that he's still maybe getting some money from some other country some way. I don't know what's going on with that. And this is some money that he's got stashed away. He is not bankrupt. He's talking about being bankrupt, but he's actually sitting pretty good. Maybe not enough to pay everything he's supposed to pay, but he's got money that he's got hidden. But we all knew that. We knew that, didn't we? So by using those little cards, I don't have to pound these other cards and shuffle them quite so much, because that's what took so many. I just keep drawing until I had so many to put back in the deck. I had to shuffle for ages. So, okay, so who's next? It's okay, is somebody sent me this. I don't have their name on here, but is the House and Senate getting target letters? Or have they gotten target letters? how's it written? Is the House and Senate getting target letters? That would mean, are they getting them and have they gotten them? That either way. The ones that are going to get target letters, not that they're going to send them to everybody, but probably a heck of a lot more people than they realize when it comes to it. Have they gotten some, or are they going to get some? I think that's asking, have they gotten them already, the way it's worded. I don't know who sent it in, but I think it's have they got them already. I talked to another good friend, well, I don't know if he's a good friend, but a guy that I've met, that I've read cards for. His name's Guy today, and he always comes through with some good stuff, good questions. He asked if Kushner was gay. Probably all of the above. I don't know what the Crown Prince has got on him, but it's probably something to do with the 12-year-old boy when he came over there and partied for 3 days. He's probably got films of him or something. Or maybe a 12-year-old girl, who knows? Who knows what he's got on him? He's got something on him. I didn't say he had any bad films on him, but you let your mind take it where you want. I don't want us to come out. Anyway, I already said more than I should have. I swore up down I was going to be better at this, and I'm not. They definitely, those Saudis got some stuff on him from that 3-day party he went on with him right before everybody got arrested in the family after he left. So, is the House and Senate have target letters? One more shuffle here. Does the House and Senate have target letters? I would say yes. I would say yes. Yeah, they know a lot. They know everything they did. The law's right on top of them. And this is as much as I gripe about in the Biden administration. So yeah, I'd say they definitely have target letters. Look at these main arcana. This is serious shit. We got the Empress, the High Priestess, the Emperor, and the King Cups, the Biden administration. So I'd say yes, yes, yes. I think they've already received target letters. We might find out a few of them have already got them. I don't think they're going to send them all out at once because they don't have enough. They can't bring enough cases against them that fast, as many other bigger cases as they got. As soon as they get these other ones cleared out, that'll be coming out. But they may have gotten letters saying they are a target, or they may be a target. From the looks of those, I would say yes. Future GOP when MAGA falls apart. So what are they going to do? Is Liz Cheney going to start a new party with Adam Kinzinger, or are they going to go in and say they're going to save the Republican Party? I don't know what in the hell they're going to do, but they're going to fall apart, that's for sure. I don't know if they're going to start a third party or what. Let's see what's going on here. And whatever they do, you know, Liz Cheney's going to try to be right in the middle of it. She's not through with politics, and she can't be trusted, and she's never seen a war she didn't want to start, and it looks like that frickin' I don't want to say it. People that are in there right now are trying to start one. I don't understand that. You send people to the Middle East to stick their nose in other people's business and then start a war when they get killed. I'm not saying, I'm so sad that anybody has to die in this war, and especially any American servicemen, but they had no business over there. And I blame that on the current administration. I think Biden's just letting other people tell him exactly what to do too much. I thought that Trump was losing it and he was still pretty stable, but to start bombing at other people, I don't know. What does he think this is? This is what we did in Iraq and all those other places. What does he think this is going to solve? As long as you're over in people's countries with your nose stuck deep in their business and giving money to other countries to go in and kill other people, what do you expect? This is ridiculous. But the industrial war complex makes a lot of money from it, doesn't it? What he's going to do when it falls apart. Let's see. Well, here's somebody working hard. We know it's coming apart at the seams, but I don't think any amount of work's going to save it. That's a signifier. It's hard work. It's so much a part of our government, even if it went down to nothing. I mean, I don't think nobody could save it the way it's headed, but they're still going to be trying to put money into it or something, but it looks like justice is coming. So they can't keep going like they're going. You can't keep lying and talking about the green M&M every time you open your mouth instead of what's going on in this world. People are going to, even their people are going to catch on with all three brain cells. Somebody's going to be putting up a lot of money to start a new start a new party maybe, and tell everybody they're going to bring it out in the sun. Gotta get some donations going toward them if they end up trying to start a new party. And it might even end up being good for America to start a new party. Just if there was some way they could just get them all out of there. It wouldn't do any good to get them all out of there and change the name if they still all acted the same way. If the same people went, changing the name's not going to help. But as far as they're already out of money because there's so many thieves in there. It's the reason they're out of money. And they think they can pull this off and get Trump elected. We're back to what they're thinking, what they think's going to happen. This is what's been coming through ever since I started turning these cards over. But this is the outcome. It's not going to work. Just because they think it, they can't think it into it. Some things that works that way, but not with this. Because justice is right on top of them. Double nine of swords, that's worse. Anyway, yeah, they did it themselves. They really did it to themselves. This is upside down. So it goes back to they're all got their noses into what they think is work. I'm not sure they even know what work is. And they're just so sure that the government's going to be on their side. But that's as far as it goes because here comes justice. And they've got money laundering on them. They bring this all out into the light. They bring out all the hidden money, a lot of the hidden money into the light. It's not America ends up the winner. They show it's like showing what thieves they all are. They're hoping that they can pull themselves out of this, but they can't because the outcome card is the Nine of Swords. And then we've got the DOJ over the top of them. And the Attorney General, that's not the DOJ. We got the Attorney General over the top of them, and then here's an upside down Nine of Swords, where they realize we really screwed up, we did this to ourselves. Before it's all over, they're going to realize they did this to themselves. Whether it means anything or not, or whether they've got enough common sense to deal with it. Let's put it that way. But that's where it's coming from. Gosh. They're all going to be putting swords in each other's back. That just came up. So yeah, they're not, I think they're going to be. So the next question from everybody is Liz Cheney going to try to start a new party? Or try to sell herself as the savior of the current one, and they want to go back to different thinking. It's too late. They're not going to change the current one. So let's read on Liz Cheney. I don't want to go there, but does Liz Cheney think she's going to come in and start a new party or run under something? Is she going to be involved in a new, what would be Republican Party? They'll probably change the name of it even. I wouldn't be surprised to see the name of it get changed before this is over. They're in the toilet. And it's already been flushed, and the only reason it hadn't gone down all the way is because there's a big turd right in the middle of it. And as soon as he goes down in this next election and goes to jail, if they last that long, that party is going to be not operable for the next 8 or 10 years. So let's see if Liz Cheney has anything to do with this. Where she fits in this. It's kind of like a yes, you're right on card. That one fell out. So Liz Cheney, what have you got to do with this? Well, she's building up a war chest for it already. She thinks she can get the backing. And she's got a lot of money. Her family's always, look at all the money that her dad made by starting that war with Bush. I mean, he owned the companies before that and still was on the boards with half of the countries that they made the bombs. So she got money. That's the last thing she has to worry about. She could probably finance 10 campaigns. She might get blocked. People might be smart enough to block her. But one thing about Democrats, if she did start a new party, the Democrats would probably vote for her because they think anybody that's nice, pats them on the head or nice to them or says anything that makes sense is their friend. And I know I'm bad about that. I'm a Libra. so easy to be manipulated. Not as easy as I used to be. When I was younger, it was ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, she's could talk a pretty good game. Talk temperance. When it's this first start, she's going to lay back for just a little while before she comes in. Then she's going to put herself out like a savior and make deals. This is dark deals behind the table. Make that Republican Party or the old party think, well, maybe we better just go this way. She's going to have to be careful to start with. She's going to really be on the high road to start out with. She's going to say some really good things that will really help the people. So there's going to be a lot of crap coming out of her mouth that's never been in her agenda. But this is her hopes and fears. She's not even sure she can pull this off, although she can look pretty damn innocent. Even, she voted with Trump damn near on everything. But we got the Wheel of Fortune. So by having this come out in the 10th house, I feel like if like the question was, is she going to start a new party? She could very well start a new party. I don't know what they're going to name it or if they're going to keep the same name, but she could definitely start a new party. It's upside down. So it's going to be like a sleight of hand, like look over there and look what we got here and here's the new party. But she definitely has a plan. So yeah. She's looking at the money she's got back. She's looking at her celebrity that she's got. She knows that she might get blocked for a while, but if she holds back and acts really sweet and good, then she can be a major manipulator, make deals behind the scenes, maybe with some of the people from the old Republican Party. Go back to make deals with the devil there. This is her celebrity from her dad and everything else she did during those hearings. This is her promising to take the high ground, but this is what intention is. She's not a good person. She's not like Trump, but she's like Bush and Cheney and the rest of them. She never seen a war. She didn't want to get in. She could just keep us in a war forever. And it's a hard thing to say tonight with everything that's going on right now in the White House, but I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to think about it. It depresses me so much I want to cry. So here's, she thinks she's going to set the world on fire, but if they're not careful, she could turn the world upside down. Look at this. So yeah, she wouldn't be the best person to be taken off after and putting your faith in. So this is one that I've been wanting to read on for 2 or 3 years, and every time I think I had it right before, it just kept falling through when Trump was in. Okay, I got 2 more questions. This one's on DACA children. Are they going to get full citizenship or a pathway to citizenship within the next 4 years? I put next 4 years because there's so much other crap going on. I don't even know how to go into that energy right now. But within the next 4 years is I should have said within the next 3 years. Let's say 3 years, because if Biden gets back in there, if any Democrat gets in there, and we get a Democratic House and Senate, that'll tell us whether we got one or not. So instead of 4 years, let's say 3 years. And if this comes out yes, then I'd be willing to bet you that the Democrats get in and take the House and the Senate. So, will the DACA children and adults, a lot of them are adults now, get a pathway to citizenship and get their papers and quit worrying about all this, come and grab them off the street and send them back to some place they've never been before. Not sending them back, you're sending them to a strange place they've never been before. This is so sad. So sad, and I just can't understand why anybody would be against that. Just total a-holes, all of them. Within 3 years. Will the DACA deals go through and them have a pathway to citizenship and get it operating in 3 years? They're going to do this. They need to put it through and get it operating and get it codified. Well, they got people in there to do it. They'll be afraid to touch it. Biden shouldn't be afraid of anything, but maybe dying. He's the same age I am. If he does get back in there, maybe he can rule different. Who knows? I hope he can. Not worry so much about what other people are thinking and do what he knows should be done. Truthfully, I don't think he's interested. But anyway, that's just me. But believe me, vote Democratic, and vote Biden. You know, if he's the only one running, or anybody else that might be running on a Democratic ticket. They're the best of the two, that's for sure. So, will the DACA? Oh, I love this. I'm just going to say yes. Only draw one card. Yes. Yes. And the 10 of Cups and the Lovers. Yes. Maybe we'll get some grace going on our side for our country instead of hate and discontent, and let's go start wars everywhere. Be nice. But it's going to be impossible if we don't get the money out of politics, and we're not going to get the money out of politics unless we get enough people in there that's not being paid to start with. And that's going to be really hard to do because they get all the backing, the ones that are getting paid. And the ones that don't get paid from corporate money, they go after them, even the Democrats. Got the Democratic AG going after, what's her name? The new gal in the House, that one of them that's so good, Cori Bush. Something about campaign funds, and maybe she used them wrong, and maybe she didn't. Who knows? But why her? They must have somebody they're going to put up against her, and they're trying to screw her before they. I don't think it's going to get her knocked out of the House, but it's going to get a bunch of crap going before the election because they've got somebody in there that Pelosi and Hillary and stuff are going to be putting a lot of money towards for her seat. You wait and watch. They're going to try to do everything they can to get her out of there because she's not taking money from anybody else, and she's trying to work for the people. Anytime you get anybody in there that's working for the people, that's progressive, they'll bury him if they can. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So this is the last question. Somebody wants to know, is Trump alive for his first criminal trial or in the nut house? Well, that's a mouthful. Well, I guess we'll just have the first criminal trial should be coming up next month. I don't think I know he acts like he's crazy, but talks like he's crazy, so he could be in the nut house by next month. But I think he's got enough good drugs, he'll stay out of there. I think he's overtaken his drugs. It's probably what's causing him to do all the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth now. Because, I always used to say, when he was in before, that his doctor kept him just right, that they gave him just enough uppers and that kind of stuff before his rallies and stuff that keep him up there, keep him going, keep him sharp. Probably vitamin B shots. No telling what they were giving him. So that's why he started accusing Biden of taking drugs, because that's what he was doing the whole time we were there. Now we find out that his time. Anyway, they had a pill factory going while he was in the White House, not just for him, but him and anybody else that wanted him. So, like I said, he always accuses people of what he's doing. And you can just, everything he's up to by just standing back and watching what he's saying other people are doing, and then come to find out, sure enough, he was doing it. So is he alive for his first criminal trial? I don't know what they were thinking. The criminal trial is supposed to start next month. There's one for March 25th or something like that that's on the docket now, because unless if something happened that the judges come back and say that Trump can be tried, that he's not immune to everything, then they could switch that around. It could start in April, and it could be a different trial, which would be a better one. It would be Jack Smith's trial, but that one with Fonnie Willis is a criminal trial, and it's coming up next month. But we'll see what the cards say. We got the fool's transition. Ask him if he's alive or in the nut house. I knew I was going to have to draw more than one card. Well, he's getting ready to step off the cliff during this. If he goes to criminal trial, this is the judge and everybody coming down. Low on money, trying to find lawyers. He'll try to use that for an excuse that he can't get a good lawyer a representative. But that's his fault. He can get a public defender if he can't fucking find a lawyer to defend him. Well, it's disaster. It's the first time I've ever even read on the trial or anything around the trial. Whatever's coming down on him is disaster. This is Jack Smith causing it. So maybe it will be. Maybe the courts will come back with some kind of ruling on that immunity that he's saying he has. Here's America winning. That could be death or the nut house. More secrets being revealed even before then. Look at that. In a seventh, about him personally. I still think that they've got the goods on him for selling secrets, for selling some of these top secret documents and giving more play. I think they've got it. They've got it on him. I know they've got it on him. So maybe that will be the first trial. Here's the judge right down on top of him. Uh-oh, I don't like this. This is his hopes and fears. So he's feeling pretty depleted right now. His hopes and fears is he thinks he's such a martyr. He might talk himself into giving himself a heart attack because he blames everything on everybody else that's ever happened to him. And we're going to find out before this is all over where a lot of this missing money's at, all the money that's been sent to him. Excuse me. Bunches of money. That's going to get rebuilt and unraveled. Maybe it'd end up with our IRS and we could start or something not back where it belongs in the United States coffers or something, because there's going to be big fines, huge money. This could be this other stuff coming up that they're waiting for. It could be like, that's a 7, isn't it? Like 7 times as much as he thought. This stuff that they're waiting to come through might end up being like 7 times worse than he thinks. This money that he's going to get charged with for messing for this stuff in New York, for playing with that money for all those years. That was so stupid to run for president or even try to win. It's all right to run for it and get the publicity. That's what it was for to start originally. But then he shouldn't have tried so much. He wasn't trying very much. He was just being an asshole. And the more of an asshole he was, there's so many other assholes out there. They just jumped on the wagon. I don't know. And it wasn't because they were assholes. It's because they were tired of being screwed over by the government. And at least I will give them credit. I talk about them having 2 brain cells to rub together. At least they know and admit when things aren't going right. But they were too stupid to admit that Trump didn't help it any. He just added to especially with the COVID and stuff, he just made everything worse. But that's what they were looking for to start with. But now they should know better, and they're still, like I said, in a cult. Anyway, it sounds like I wasn't very cheery tonight, and I was going to be cheery. I want to wish you all a happy week, and thank you for watching. And you don't forget to get a hold of me if you want a personal reading, because I sure don't know what to do with myself when I don't have any to give. So anyway, bless you all, and namaste.